Good morning, Ms. Zen. Using observation, I try to find the moment when a thought forms. I believe that I am the thought. I am the it, right? Do you have any advice? I have the impression that this moment is crucial to disassociate myself from these last ones. From these last thoughts, you mean? Great. So you used the word observation. There's another term is the contemplation. So first, samatha. Last night, I talked about samatha. Samatha means concentration. You look into the mind. You look into the contents of the mind. After our mind reaches a certain level of calmness, so you can study the contents of the mind, like the memory, thoughts, trauma, image, sound. It's very interesting if we really calm first, samatha, and study later, contemplation, or as you said, observation. Very good. That's that actually in Chinese we say 止 and 观. 止, stop or pause a little bit and use a gap of the two thoughts to study the origin of the thoughts, contents of the thoughts, quality of the thoughts. 止 and 观. Then you can really have a clear picture of the contents of the quality. I believe that I am the thought. No. So once you realize there's a thought in your mind, there's a little bit of gap between you and thinking. That's a critical understanding. So again, I use the mirror. If this iPhone, the surface of this iPhone is a mirror, so it can reflect. So at the moment you observe a thought rising from the mind, it's the conscious mirror or conscious awareness reflects something, reflecting the thought. Is it the thought out of the mirror, or let's say, is the reflection of a mirror outside of mirror? No, it's inside of mirror. Is the reflection of the mirror, made of anything else except the mirror? No, it is made of the mirror itself. Or in other words, every thought we can fire is in the awareness and is made of awareness. But the key is contemplation or observation or insight of the contents of the mind is you understand it's empty. Sorry, I drank a little coffee. You understand every contents in your conscious mirror, in your conscious awareness, is empty. Empty meaning there's no true essence. It comes and goes. It arises and ceases. It rises and falls. It increases and decreases. It changes all the time. That's the critical. So you know it's empty, it's unreal, fundamentally it's unreal. So you are safe. Once you have that understanding, you are safe. Why? Because no thoughts, no memory, no thinking process, no dharmas in your dharma realm can really influence you. Just like no reflection can influence mirror itself. If I use another analogy, we watch a movie on the TV, smart TV, every day, or any content, documents or films. No matter how many years of how many contents are displayed, drama or action or dancing, singing on the screen of the TV, the screen is pure, undisturbed, undistracted, undefiled. Using this analogy is you as pure awareness is always undisturbed. Don't fall into the trap of the thinking process. You see, I believe that I am it. Is that a thought? Sometimes our mind is so subtle. Our thoughts are so subtle. In the name of truth, the 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 subtle thought disguised as a sweetie, you know, pleasant thought again. I have the impression that this moment is crucial to disassociate myself from these last ones. Disassociate is not complete. A mirror can be called a mirror is that a mirror can reflect. In other words, reflections is the production of a mirror. Thinking process is the production of a conscious mind. You don't try to get rid of them, okay? You just see it's empty. That's crucial. And that's the Dharma teaching of Buddha, the authentic teaching of Buddha. Buddha does not say you suppress your thoughts, you disassociate with the thinking. No, thinking is the very gift or present that was given by God or by creator. Or thinking is our nature. I mean, is our function of the conscious mind. But for the beginners, because they have lots of thinking process, they have no gap between each thought. That's a problem. So Buddha say, okay, if you have 80,000 thoughts per day, try to slow it down by samatha. But samatha itself is not complete. Samatha does not give you a total picture. Once you have samatha, or once you can calm the mind, you can contemplate, you can observe. Observe of what? Observation of the emptiness of all contents of the mind. Then that's wisdom. That's the insight, vipassana. Inside of what? Inside of this body mind is empty. Your mental activity is empty. Your thought is empty. Empty is not denial of existence. It's not nihilism. Okay, don't go to another extremity. Emptiness is not denial of experience. Emptiness is not denial of thinking. Emptiness is not denial of meditation, of mindfulness, of any life situations. You can still engage in any activities of life, talking, exercise, studying, have fun, but all contents of your awareness are empty. That's all. You don't resist life. No, you enjoy life more. I would say it's the second step of awakening. First step, you have that principle. Okay, everything is empty. Body mind is empty. Samsara, enlightenment is illusion too. Either. But second step is you apply your understanding into your activity. That's the Samattabhaja Bodhisattva. Why? There's first Manjushri, the representative of wisdom. Second, there's Samattabhaja Bodhisattva, application of the wisdom into your everyday life. In the doing, it's empty. In the doing, there's a non-doing. In the samsara, there's a nirvana. In the human, there's a being. In all the movements of activities, there's total stillness. Then you forget about both of it. You forget about activity. You forget about inner stillness too. You don't grasp either of them. You just be. Everything becomes so natural to you. So natural, you're totally in the flow. You're in the Tao. Yes, I know I'm not the thought, but sometimes it happens as fast as it happens so fast that the field collapses into a particle. The awareness collapses into a thinking process. So the basic line is, the fundamental line is, as long as the awareness can be free from the thinking process, okay? That's the baseline. You are safe. Maybe in the you're having a very important task, you have to focus 100% on that task. So it seems that awareness is how to say, totally becomes a thought or action. Actually, awareness is still there. There's no awareness, no action. No awareness, no thought. So awareness is the foundation of any activity or thinking process. Without mirror, there's no reflection. Make sense? So that's why we say we have impermanence and we have permanence. 无常, 常, and suffering and bliss or nirvana. Actually, we just leave them all aside and just be. You're just in the middle way. It's okay. It's happens so fast. You become the thinking. But once you have a break of that thinking, oh, I'm thinking. So that frequency of the observation or the gaps of the thinking will become longer or more frequent. So it's difficult because I see my thoughts scrolling, contradicting each other. I don't know which one to listen to. Great. You just back to the awareness. Watch them. Watch each thought. Watch each mental activity. Also watch each external activity too. You back to the source, the awareness itself. You're not disturbed by any good or bad. Of course, as a spiritual seeker or practitioner of awakening, we most don't want the negativity, the negative part. But even now, you're at least a medium level, intermediate level. Congratulations. Watch the positive thought too. Right at this moment, definitely you can be or be aware. Sometimes when we practice the silence, like now, we may fall two categories. The first one, oh, what the heck, I have that thought. I have that negative thought. Why I just cannot be silent for 1 second or 1 minute. Watch that. I have this internal inner image or inner voice visiting me again. Let it come. Let all the negativity come. Your conscious mirror, nothing can defile you. So this is one category. Another category is, oh, I have this so beautiful image. I'm so good at silence. And then I noticed that my emotions like anger, sadness are more intense. Before it was very content person. Thank you. As if what had suppressed came to the surface. It is normal in this process. Great. A very good question. So the real practice is just like this. In Chinese, we say 悟后起修. So after you awakening, the real practice follows. After the awakening, meaning after you have the insight or contemplation that everything, every phenomenon is empty, then the real practice follows after this understanding. So I will show you a technique. Once the first second you observe that there's a feelings like anger or sadness arise in your body mind, your body may become tight, your breath may become shorter, your emotions, like anger, sadness appear. The first second after it appears, try to observe it. Don't let it create huge momentum, becomes an outburst of anger. You try to manage it, that's too late. It's too hard. Don't suppress it. Face it with the right understanding. Using it as a reference point to back to the source, back to the awareness itself. That's the very place you need practice. Everybody is a little bit different. But for you, this is your Dharma Dhatu. 道场. You don't go to temples to practice. No, that's too superficial. This is the moment you practice. The moment there's anger, sadness arising, that's where you should practice. That's when you should practice. And in that perspective, you should appreciate that opportunity instead of, oh, what the heck, I'm angry again, I'm sad again. No, using that opportunity to practice. That's exactly where and when you should practice. That's exactly when and where your habitual egoic pattern try to, attack you. Even be grateful for that opportunity. Maybe it's related to a memory, related to a situation, related to a person or anything. Start from there. Observe from there. Observe the hidden patterns of the emotions, the invisible networks of the emotions, of the impressions, like the old energetic signature we call karmic force. Study there. But while you're studying, you have principle number one. All the patterns, egoic patterns, are empty. That's why emptiness is the core teaching of Buddha, you have to have that first principle established first. Everything you can be aware of is empty, is unreal, or there's no self in it. There's no real power over you, the conscious mind or conscious mirror, because it comes and goes, right? Anything comes and goes, or changes, or increase or decrease. There's no true self. The truth is you. You as pure awareness is always there, true. Nothing can change it. That's called a Tathagata, that which never comes, that which never goes, that which never increase, that which never decrease. Rulai. Thank you, Miss N. So bring this principle, the major principle that every phenomenal object, what you can see, hear, listen, touch, taste, smell, and think are all empty. Universal principle number one. Apply this principle into everything you're doing, into your everyday life. Contemplate. From moment to moment, from place to place. Every coordinates of space-time is the Dhamma Dhatu. Is a place of practicing. Is a place of being mindful, actually joyful too. So beautiful as a human being. We're so blessed. It's like you study an infinite four-dimensional movie, and every objects, items, plot of the movie contains huge infinite meaning. You not only study yourself, you study everything else in every plot of this four-dimensional movie we call life. Maybe that's the end today. Sometimes take a look about my light topic, my topic and night. So recently I'm talking about the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment. Take a quick look. Under each video, I have a little description. You can watch that or read that, please. Yeah, very, very helpful. Thank you.